Brothers and Simones, your sensei here for American Street Jiu-Jitsu. Today we're going to go over Ukemi. Ukemi is your essential fundamentals for break falls and rolls that are going to advance you into higher level techniques so that way you can be protected when you fall. Alright, so let's get into it.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now that we are going to get into our forward roll. Alright, so this is what our forward roll looks like. Alright, so we're going to get down to our base. Starts out with the base. You're going to bring your legs into this triangle pattern. My front foot is going to line up with my back foot. Then my back foot's going to draw a line with my leg to the knee, and the knee is going to draw a line to my foot, which creates a triangle. Our next part about this roll is I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to tuck my arm in here, drawing a circle with my arm and the inside, and I'm going to place my shoulder on the ground. A lot of people at the beginning get scared with this, so we're going to put a step in there, but I want you to take the step away after you get used to rolling. First thing is I'm going to put my knee to the floor, like this, drive my knee forward. I'm going to look to the side that my leg is not down, so this would be my right side I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to draw that circle, bring my shoulder to the floor. Now, if you look, my feet are planted. When my feet are planted, I'm going to press off of them and roll over. Again, we're going to come in this direction. My knee's going to go to the floor. Drawing that circle this arm, with my shoulder to the floor. I'm looking in this direction. See how my feet are planted on the ground. I'm going to kick off, roll over. Alright, now we're going to look at the basic mistakes people make when doing the forward roll. First thing is, when they get down here to do their forward roll, they mistake that turning their head is putting their body over here, and they do this circle thing, and they roll on their side like this. Their body's not aligned. Next thing is, they'll take this front leg and they'll put it in line with their knee, making their base too narrow, and when they roll, they do this weird let's go like this onto their side. Key thing to remember when doing forward rolls, I'm going to go over the shoulder that I choose with the leg that's up. It's going to draw a diagonal line from shoulder to hip, shoulder to hip. Again, we're going to go over that forward roll one more time. A little back further. And that's your forward roll. Alright, we're going to look at the backwards roll now. Okay? So, when we look at the backwards roll, we're going to look at the same triangle base. We're not going to go over the triangle base. We're going to talk about how it's different by the use of it. When we get down here, we're going to see that my triangle is here. But when I go backwards, I'm going to choose the leg that's down versus the leg that's up. Makes it a little easier for you. We're going to go do this backwards roll now. There's backwards roll, one more. Alright. What I'm doing is I'm going to be sitting down on this opposite cheek. I'm going to kick this leg over. I'm going to land on the shin of this leg that's down. I'm going over this shoulder that's over here. Okay? This leg's going to then swing through, and I'm going to land this foot, and we're going to be back to the beginning position. Here, lean over, kick, and my shin. And through. One more time, we'll go in this direction. Here, sit, kick, and through. Alright, so now that we've got the forward roll and the backwards roll, we're going to go over the barrel roll. And then, so the barrel roll, I'm still going over my shoulders, just like the backwards roll and the forward roll. Sit down on my butt. I'm going to put my arm back here behind me and tuck my leg right here, also for the beginning to push off of. I'm going to then tuck forward onto my shoulder and roll over again. So when you're doing this, you're going to go over your shoulders right here, not across your neck, not down here on the bottom of your spine, midsection here. I want to try to work on my flexibility of being able to basically touch my toes. Also, when you're doing this barrel roll, you can walk your feet if you want to. And if we were going to do a partner drill, we had Shannon come out here. You can hold it close here like this with his feet. I'm going to have one leg on the inside, one hand on the inside. I'm going to tuck my arm and roll. Come to the other side. Again, basically, you're going to do a hook block on this back leg, hand. Tuck this arm, tuck my head. Roll, catch my foot, and roll right in. And then catch again with your hand on the side. Alright, let's do this direction. Catch, turn, roll, roll. We can get in closer with that. What I was talking about is you're going to have your hook right here. The rear hand. My feet were wrapped around his legs like this. Okay? I'm going to tuck this arm behind me. We'll catch the feet as I go. And hook either side. Now we're going to move on to the side. Alright. You're not going to learn that today, but that was the side fall. Alright, so what we want to do is make a good frame with our side fall. We're going to draw a line from our knee to our shoulder. We're going to have our arm out like this, and I'll have our knee up here like this, in line with this knee here. Keeping us in good posture. And what I want you to do is you're going to pick yourself up, fall to the other side, pick yourself up. Fall back to that side. Yourself up. So basically, it looks like you're doing weightlifts, but you're falling into your side fall. Our next part is we're going to take that same frame. And we're going to add the forward. Remember how I taught you to put your knee to the floor first? Well, this is going to break it down so you can roll into that side fall better. So we're going to get into that knee to the floor, shoulder to the floor, roll real slow. Land in the side. Looks like this at a fast pace. Again. Alright, common mistakes with the side fall is with this leg here, this top leg will be over like this, which causes them to fall on their shoulder like this. So underneath. Also, you don't want this shoulder being underneath. You're going to hurt your shoulder. You want that arm out. Okay? Next common mistake with this leg is over here. And what happens is it squares out your hips and you land straight on your spine. That does not feel good. We don't want any of that. So remember that you want to keep straight in line with your side fall. Shoulder, hip, knee, foot, knee, knee. And bring your downside arm out, 45. Alright, now we're going to get into the forward fall. Okay, forward fall. I'm out here like this. Got my legs toes pointed out. Got my triangle base going on. And why we have our toes out is if Shannon pushed me down and I had my feet up like this, he could stomp on my ankles. Didn't push me down. I put my arms, legs out like this, and stomp on my ankles, won't break my ankles. So when you get to the side forward fall, you're going to draw this triangle base with your arms, and your legs are going to shoot back, and you're going to point your ankles, your toes out like this, and your ankles out like this, because you don't want to break your ankles. So we're going to be here at this position here, draw this triangle like this, shoot forward, shoot your feet back. This angle. And then last this angle. Now we're going to look at our back fall. So when it comes to your back fall, I got two variations I'm going to teach you. The first one is I'm going to roll up. When I roll up, my legs are going to be in front of me, my hands are going to be up. Again, I roll back onto my shoulders, my feet come up, my feet are up, and I'm here, and I'm ready to take on my opponent that's in front of me. Our next position is a side fall where our opponent may be landing on you, or you really need some real good structure to do that backwards fall. So from here, I'm going to get on my feet, and I'm going to fall back. Now all these start out with a stand-up position at the top, but I'm going to roll back. And I'm going to keep my head off the ground. I'm going to draw this hips up, slap the ground. Okay? Basically, we're making a bridge. They call it Umpa in Jiu-Jitsu. So I'm here, heads up, my hips are up, and I'm on the ball of my feet. Again, here. Techniques we're going to do for the day are the shrimp and bridge. Now, it's better to learn the bridge first before we shrimp, because it kind of goes along with the shrimp. So, the bridge is a position that I'm going to knock my opponent off of me, off balance. I don't want to have my arms up here, I want them down. So, here we go. Feet planted close to my butt, and I'm going to drive onto one shoulder, and I'm going to 45 this way. Here's the bridge. Again, onto my shoulder, hips up, look 45 this direction, 45 this direction. Now the shrimp is a technique where I'm going to do something similar, and I'm going to move my torso in position. So I'm going to get up on my shoulder, shrimp. See how I brought my torso back? From this angle, shrimp. Bring my feet back up to my butt. This leg could be on the ground, be flat. And slide, shrimp, slide, shrimp. And that's how you do the trim. Make sure you gotta get your hips up off the ground. And this is our Ukemi set.